Greetings and welcome to the first discussion question for week 7, which is a pretty interesting one, dealing with the concept of groups and how groups are managed and hopefully, in theory, turned into effective organizational devices. Personally, I must confess, I'm not a huge fan, at least in the academic world, of teams. Many of you are probably in the same boat. I used to hate when teachers would say, okay, we have a team project, because, here's what I knew. I'm getting an A on this project, and so what invariably happens is I get, and the discussion question deals with, slackers or social loafers who assume that, okay, well, I'm going to team with Curran. Curran's an A student. He's going to do most of the work, so I can just goof off, which is infuriating. But again, my motivation in a team, and maybe this is true of you too, my motivation in a team really wasn't the team goal. Right? And I think that's a challenge in teams these days. My motivation was personal. Whether it was an individual project, which I strongly preferred, or a team one, my personal takeaway from that, an A, is really what I cared about. So in a business situation, I don't think that's entirely different. That usually people within teams, one of the challenges, and I think one of the biggest issues managers face, how do you get everybody in the team to eliminate their own personal goals within the team, right, in order to achieve the overall group objective? And I think that's increasingly problematic. And I think a lot of people that within teams tend to still have those individual agendas. So let's say you're a manager within an organization, and how do you effectively create a team, okay, and have a team goal? Yet, by that same token, how do you validate individual members within the team? And how do you recognize, because again, teams tend to have leaders, and one of the drawbacks to teams, and one of the bonuses, you'd think in a team, right, one of the bonuses to having teams, why have a team instead of just giving the task to somebody? Well, in theory, if you have a team, you should be getting a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different ideas. You brainstorm, and generally, if you have a lot of people talking about an idea, in theory, you come up with a better solution to a problem, okay? And a lot of times it does work that way. But one of the challenges with teams in organizations, especially within companies that have a pyramidal hierarchical structure, if you get a team, and let's say it's you, all the other people in your department, and a senior manager, okay? Whatever the senior manager says, a lot of times, oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, agree with you. Because, even though in the team you would think there would be no power distribution, right? We're all equal members of the team trying to achieve this goal. Sometimes one of the great challenges is to get everybody within the team to understand that, because sometimes if they do not, you get what is called groupthink. And groupthink's not a good thing, okay? Sometimes when people do these discussions, they go, oh, people thinking together. That's not what it means. Groupthink means we all just, because again, group dynamics are important. You want to go along, you want to be a team player, so you don't want to rock the boat. So as soon as somebody says, I think we should lay off 10,000 employees in order to balance our books this month. Okay, great idea. Well, you may think it's a terrible idea. So, but what do? The idea was brought about by somebody who is in a higher position in the company than you, and other people in the group seem to think it's a great idea. So sometimes people will go against their judgment to either A, just get along with the group, or B, because of some power relationship within the group. So you're a manager, okay? You select a team. You want the team to come up with a solution to a problem. How can you come up with a way to reduce the possibilities that groupthink will occur? Because if it does, you're probably not going to get an optimum choice. Because again, not all ideas were discussed. Not all ideas were given a fair hearing. We simply went with what the boss said. Oh yeah, great idea, boss. So how do you come up with a plan to defeat that? That's really what I'm looking for in the discussion this week. Good luck.